All the scores, all the highlights, all the fans. This is Friday Night Football on NBC 25.
Welcome to week 3 of Friday Night Football. Now, football is at its best when two teams have a certain disdain for one another. There needs to be respect, but dislike fuels the game and it fuels the rivalry. Tonight in Lapeer, the rivalry comes to an end as East and West play one final time before the schools merge next season. It's our game of the week. Both schools hitting the field one final time as opponents. Lapeer West won last year's contest. This year they're trying to get an early lead, but defense was the name of the game in the first half. East comes up with a nasty sack there as the Panthers' opening drive would stall, but on the next possession, the Panthers find their stride. Nice little first down connection there. That would lead to this. 2 plays later, West finds the end zone, but with a missed extra point, it's only a 6-0 game. Now remember when I talked about defense? Look at this hit here. Love it. The best thing about this highlight, the guy behind me screaming, "Oh! Oh!" Last few minutes of the opening half, the Eagles start mounting some offense. Green goes up top the ladder here, grabs the pass for the first down. That play would lead to this. Kyle Rochwall finds the end zone on the Wildcat formation. That ties the game, but West, they win the final war, taking it 19-13. Just up a bit north, the Trojans of Saginaw hosting Midland Dow. First quarter action. Dow actually leads by 2 scores, and a nice play here as Brennan Miller goes 32 yards on the strike to Travis McNally. That gets down at the 2. Miller would then finish things off with a 2-yard touchdown plunge. Saginaw, they need to get something going here. Keon Addison, a 22-yard touchdown, or actually just a 22-yard run off the left side. Saginaw would turn the ball over on downs. Now, the next play after turning over on downs, Dow does this. Miller on the pass, hook and ladder to Caleb Richard for a 50-yard touchdown strike. It's 42-0. Chargers all over the Trojans in this one. Now, while the focus of the Flint Metro was on the battle in Lapeer tonight, there's also another contest in Holly worth mentioning. The Fenton Tigers, with a win tonight, can remain in a tie for first place, but Holly, who fell for the first time last week, is searching for an upset. So let's hit this with some first quarter action. First and goal on the 14, Fenton's James Claiborne. He goes to the air, finds Scott Lucas up top for the touchdown. 6-0 Fenton. Let's fast forward to the second quarter. Fenton, another first and goal opportunity here. And this time Claiborne, he finds Zach Casa for an 8-yard strike. It's 13-0 Tigers. They're playing really well in this one. Later, 4th and final frame, or actually 4th and short here, going for it. Some miscommunication on the bad snap. Tough day for the Broncos. The Tigers win this one with a shutout, 20-0. Let's go to the Eagles of Frankenmuth taking on Essexville Garber. First shot, Garber knocking on the door, and it's Logan Martin with a QB keeper. The extra point would tie the game at 7. Second fast forward, the second half. Nick Volt, quick pass to Brian Stearns for a huge gain. 2 plays later, this time Volt, he's going to scamper in on his own for the touch. The point after would put the Eagles up 21-7. Volk, 4 touchdowns as the Eagles win big. Actually, squeaking it out, they do put up a lot of points. 42-35. Let's check out some other scores from around the region as Atherton, they get beat up by Bendel, 42-14. Byron, they also get a whooping by New Lothrop, 56-6. Kersley and Swartz Creek play absolutely no defense, but the Dragons come out on top. And then Powers Catholic with an absolute beatdown of Northwestern, 56-0. Now coming up after the break, we're going to hit our 2-minute warning, and that means we got to pick up the pace. It's Friday Night Football and the No Huddle. Come on back.
Hi, we're the Lake Bend Cheerleaders, and you're watching FNF on NBC 25.
Hi, we're the Frankenmuth Cheerleaders, and you're watching Friday Night Football on NBC 25.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football. Now, this is the part of the show where we like to pick up the pace, but first we need to slow things down just a bit. Earlier this week, we told you about the Bobcat cheerleaders wearing pink in honor of Katie Story, a mother of one of the cheerleaders who was battling cancer. Now, yesterday, She lost that battle, so we'd like to send our condolences and our prayers. Out in Grand Blanc this evening, their students are wearing pink. It's a pink out in Grand Blanc. As for the action, the man that put his team on his back last week did the same again tonight. Trayvon Avery, he finds Deshaun Brown, who finds the end zone. The Bobcats, in honor of the stories, they win 42-13. Mount Morris over at Lake Fenton. Third quarter action, we're tied at zeros. The Blue Devils, though, they're going to get on the board first. Neil Allord taking the handoff, and he gets outside and finds Pater on the 41-yard touchdown scamper. Lake Fenton wins 33-12 in their home opener. Over in Bucktown, the Beecher Bucks hosting Goodrich. Marcus Wright hooking up with Tyreek Wicks, and Wicks then puts on some moves before hitting the Jets into the end zone. Beecher on top of those Martians, 40-7. How about Birch Run as they're hosting the Bearcats of Bridgeport? And Birch Run here with the ball inside the one. Andrew Helm under the helm calls his own number with the QB keeper. That puts him up 6-0. And a final score in this one as Birch Run wins big, 65-27. As for Bullock Creek, they're on the road, and Alma and the Alma faithful there, very pumped up. Bullock up 22-14 in the fourth. Jalen Henderson off the right, a 70-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion would be no good. Bullock Creek wins a close one on the road, 28-22. In Lakeville, the Falcons are playing their first true home game in 2 years. Last year, their field was deemed unplayable, but home was not so sweet tonight. Trailing North by 43 in the second. Lakeville trying to put something together. Third and long, the Falcons convert, but then on 4th and goal, they cannot find the end zone. The Broncos win 49-12. Let's check out some other Week 3 scores from around mid-Michigan. Reese gets a big 40-point win over Bad Axe. Bay City Western falls to Arthur Hill by 3 points. Mount Pleasant doubles up Central 42-21. And Heritage falls to Midland by 13. Now it's time for our Play of the Night nominees. Our first nominee comes from the Moot. The Eagles pulled out all the stops here on this play. Looks dead to rights here. Nick Bolt gets wrapped up, but somehow he finds Brian Stearns for the touchdown. He even gets the best of our cameraman Rob on that one, but Rob, don't worry, it happens to the best of us. In the game of the night, Lapeer West versus Lapeer East, this happened. Green goes up top on a ladder for a nice catch on 3rd and long, but West would win the battle in the Lapeers, 19-13. Let's head out and check in with those Fenton Tigers. A great catch on 1st and goal for the 14th. James Claiborne up in the air finds Scott Lucas for the touchdown as Fenton would win the battle. As well, remember, you can go to our website, mynbcnews.com, to vote for the play of the night. On the diamond, the Tigers finally won a Verlander start, doubling up the Royals 6-3. And on the ice, Saginaw tides Sarnia 3-3. That's going to do it for Friday Night Football. Make sure we see you back here next week.